EL6
to a person.
logos,
This
part
got
7.
old really fast for me,
Yeah,
and it doesn't seem like that had any reason
back.
to exist. At least in Teapot,
Yeah.
Nickel was much more toned down, but may sometimes still
Also,
be
this
a bit
just the
erratic,
ones
which I feel like is a perfect balance for him.
just by Blue
Even with
Apple.
Tech,
Hey,
it's
I
just
always
nearly all
wondered
over again.
what
The way they use
what
their
is
emotions through
behind
the emoticons
the
in their face is pretty cool,
EL6
but that's all
restaurant
Prizley
over
has
there.
going for them. I just see them as a more uninteresting
I have
alien.
no idea. What about you check it out yourself? Alright, fine.
Puffball speaker box is
But,
a weird one.
can I take
she
it
did
as
host
a
an
dra-
BFDIA,
No.
which was cool.
You
She
have
does
to
match
go
Puffball
by
to a
yourself.
degree. Too bad
Fine,
she still didn't do
guess
much
I
since she was
will.
killed off after only 2 episodes. There isn't really much I can say about Puffball speaker box. She's just there and kind of forgotten about other than a few flashbacks. She's okay, I guess?
Alright, time to climb.
Oh god, where do I even begin with tennis ball? I will admit, he was alright to a degree, but my god, with Teapot lately, he just turned into a full-on simp. I don't really get what they're trying to do with him. He's just constantly seen being near golf ball no matter what is going on.
How
I
did they
get
get
it.
on the
They're
roof?
friends.
Whatever, I'm
But
just
this? This doesn't seem like friendship from what tennis ball is doing. Teapot 5 was honestly the final straw, which is why he's ranked pretty low on my list.
Who are
I
you
get that
guys?
you want to protect your friend, even though golf ball was the one that started it with Penn. Whatever. Something needs to change about tennis ball, because this just isn't working.
Because you replaced all of us. Not really.
Pin falls into the same issue as tennis
because
ball.
you
Not the
I
simping,
replaced
but a
you.
different word. Derailed. Pin
I
has gotten
don't
severely
care.
derailed.
Don't you
Fine in
mean
the
we
earlier
don't
seasons.
care?
I found her alright.
Wait,
in
you guys are
PvP also.
separate people?
Teapot though, she just went off the rails. She went from being a pretty careful and caring person
That's
to just
weird.
being overall
Like,
mean and bossy like
How,
her BFDI
how are you
counterpart.
three separate
But at
people
least that was funny.
in one logo?
This isn't.
I
The
have
entire
no
cheating arc
idea.
is just really stupid, which really says something.
Lips back my day.
Stop complaining about cheating, Pen. Listen to Katie.
So hopefully in future episodes
What
they
the
tone
heck
it
do
down
you
or
mean
just
by
revert back.
that? Yeah,
His
he
voice is
does
annoying,
that back
he's
to
loud, and just easily persuaded by anything.
We
The
don't
only
know
thing I
why
can
he
give him
always
is his
does
more
that.
darker side that sadly isn't brought up as much anymore. He hates people that oppose his ads or products, like Lollipop or Purple Face. Purple Face is the biggest one since Yellowface trapped him in that cage for over 8
I forgot
years
that was the
with
reason
no
why
plan
he
of letting him
does
out.
that.
I feel like if they explored that more darker side of him, he would be a decent character for me. But he isn't, so he's ranked
you could
low.
join me in the order if you like. Oh yeah, sure, we would like
Spongy
to join
just
you in the
exists for
order.
me. He isn't really that bad, but I don't like him regardless.
Alright,
No, I'm
then
not trying to
let's
make a faction.
go. But
There isn't
how
a
are we
moment
gonna
of him
go?
I can recall where he
how am
mattered
I
in
gonna go
contests,
back up
other than
with
the
you
basket
guys?
lobes way back
Well,
in
no, I have to
BFDI.
put
I'm not
DS.
going to give him flack
Yeah.
for what he did in BFE 15, as I feel
Whoa,
like that was
I
understandable.
never knew I could
Wouldn't you
throw that
also be mad at
far.
people that treated you?
Yeah, I guess you were kind of strong.
My personality for the few
Also,
episodes
I can
was that
fly.
he keeps saying that he doesn't have a favorite number.
But you don't have to
Even
fly.
when he was
Penny.
eliminated in BFE
Yeah, I
8,
know.
he still brought it
But
up.
don't worry,
Why
that'll
was this
get
necessary to
me
have?
soon. Anyways,
The only
hop
thing I'll
on
give him
me.
is that his little rivalry with the golf ball was pretty
Alright
funny.
then.
But at the same time,
Let's
he almost
go.
caused his team to lose twice, so there's
Come
that.
on,
He's still
come
pretty
on.
alright, but the guy
Come
can
on,
help.
come on,
Also,
come
he
on,
was a little bit
come on,
bland.
come on, come on, come on, come
X is a
on.
dim-witted person.
Come
What else is
on,
there?
come on,
Sure, he's nice and
come
forward in
on,
some aspects, but he's also
come
been
on,
annoying at times.
come
X
on.
is being too soft sometimes,
Alright,
and he's
we're
always seems to
ready.
be getting scared as
Alright,
well.
let's
Such as Thor
go.
threatening to screech him, Snowball threatening him and crying. I know to some, Foldy is a character that has untapped
Alright.
potential, and I agree with that. Sadly,
Hey,
that
who are
isn't
you?
going to place her
I'm
high
the
on my
real
list.
one. Oh, sorry,
Foldy
sorry.
is an example of a
Didn't say
character
no.
where she isn't
Okay.
exactly bad with
Oh,
that, and it was
good.
match that caused
You're
the elation to
back.
happen. Even when she was eliminated in Teapot 3, she showed no emotion towards anyone that liked her, with the biggest
who are
one being
these people?
Marker.
Oh, those
Was
are
that friendship all for
ODL6
nothing?
logos. Oh. And they're gonna
Pi
join the
honestly
order
just
of us.
bores me. There is one thing I
Oh,
do
okay.
like about her,
That's
and that's
kinda
her sassy
cool.
attitude towards Golf Ball.
Yeah,
Honestly, if she
so
wasn't eliminated in
pick a-
Teapot 2, I
pick
feel like
the
her
spot you
dynamic with
like.
Golf Ball would have really let
You
her
could just,
shine, but she was still
go
pretty forgettable in most
anywhere
cases.
if you
While her
want, just
relaxed nature
anywhere.
is nice, that kind of made her bland
Alright,
at the same
let's
time, since she doesn't seem to
choose.
offer much.
We'll go
She
right
was
here.
decent throughout BFB, but even with
Alright
saying
then,
that,
but choose
I
the
don't
order.
remember much at
and
all on
then
what she
we'll
did,
go
character
in
and how
this
charming he
order.
was. Especially since
Oh
at
my
times he
God,
would stand
that-
up for himself during BFB.
Now I just
Like with Golf Ball and
makes
Grassy, I
this
was lucky that he
line
wanted more
longer.
respect.
Like, look at
If they
that.
kept that side of him
Look
for
at that.
Teapot,
It's so
he would
long.
still
Like,
be top
oh my
3.
god.
he
Anyways,
massively
let's
dropped
just
on my
make
list.
this episode.
He also doesn't help as much anymore
Let's just
as he
have some
used to.
filler in
But
it.
even then in BFB, he kept
Did
risking
you
his
just
team to
break
be
the
eliminated,
fourth wall?
but it wasn't that bad
No,
of a
you're
loss
not
to
doing
BFDI.
that
Honestly, a lot better than
thing
BFDI.
again. No,
Too
you
bad his hosting
are
came to a
not
abrupt end.
doing that
He straight up vanished after
thing
BFDI
again.
5E, with him not showing up in IDFB, and shows in BFB but revenge for what they did to Donut. There's nothing else to him, but he's at least better
Jeez,
than Flower and
what
Puffball
was
Sneaker
that
Box,
for?
I suppose.
I just didn't want.
State
You
is
know,
really just a character
but
that's all over the place. He's calm and friendly, but sometimes gets angry. He's also just lazy and doesn't bother helping in challenges unless asked or sees an opportunity.
Hey,
Instincts as an excuse.
Monster Zone?
Please?
Yeah.
Enzo is a weird case in terms of relationships with people. To start, she's fairly nice and BFDI, with some exceptions. She does end up finding Freestar and BFA along with a few of her friends. The BFB, however, is where she really took a big nosedive. Already seen as being really bossy and mean towards people.
Oh, that's
Even
fine.
sometimes towards her own alliance
we
members.
can't.
She's even manipulative to people like Lightning,
Because
although at least he sees later on that what she's doing is wrong.
Time
While
for
she is somewhat
It's
better
a
when we
team.
exit, that still doesn't excuse
Press
her
the
attitude when she
button.
wasn't
Wait,
there.
what? No,
She can say that she was loyal to her team, which is true, but this just wasn't
no,
necessary at all. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt that she
I don't
was at least enjoyable in the earlier seasons.
I'm gonna do it anyway. No, stop.
As far as I know,
You can't
like
do it.
Penn simply because he's been around since season
I
1.
can't do it.
Is that all there is to him?
I'm gonna
I
do
don't
it
really see the appeal
anyway.
towards Penn, but I do see him being a somewhat decent character.
Get
His
back.
dynamic blocking
I'm gonna
eraser
press the
is
button.
nice, but he's also a bit stupid at times, being mostly shown in BFB9. Even so,
Say
he is
hi,
rather helpful
guys.
and active
See
within his
you
team.
next
In Teapot, though, I
part.
don't really see him getting all the credit. It still gets a decent amount of views. I'm not going to give him any points for Teapot 5, though. That's not happening.
We're still alive. Well, too
Imagine
late.
being
You're
that
not
unlikable
gonna
that
be
your
alive
own
anymore.
creator has
What do you?
and had a decent
Oh no,
friendship
we
with
have
both
no
Bonnie and
textures
Spudman.
now.
Although
Wait,
his
no,
attitude toward
no.
people he didn't care about was really sour. I find the bit with Marcus a big letdown for him is his arguments with Neil
The
and
end.
what he
Too lazy to add the, the closing logos thingy. Yeah, I'm just too lazy. So the reason why there's no Filmora banner is because I'm using a different app called 123 Apps. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. Bye.